Hello, Tim Storm here. So we had another week with rates up, but this time only slightly by 10 basis points as of the time of this video. Now we could see some improvement when the PCE index is released on Friday, and I will mention any significant movement in the email. The catalyst for the recent upward movement in rates was the February 3rd jobs report, which came out with some major seasonal adjustments that surprised the market. Now, then on February 14th, the CPI inflation index was released, and while showing a continued drop in inflation, it was not as much of a drop as had been anticipated. This led to a continued worsening of mortgage rates. And when you look at this chart from Mortgage News Daily, you will see where rates bottomed out at 5.99% on February 2nd. Then on February 3rd, the jobs report was released, and rates went up quickly to about 6.42%. On February 14th, the CPI was released, and it helped push rates to where we are now at about 6.9. We're almost a full percent higher than we were on February 2nd. The good news is rates can go back down as fast as they went up. We just need to wait on a few updated economic reports. Now on March 10th, the BLS jobs report will be released for the month of February. The seasonal adjustments that hurt the January report will not be there, and the economists that I follow think we could see a report that will be favorable for mortgage rates. On March 14th, the CPI will be released and is anticipated to be a favorable report for mortgage rates as well. Hopefully, we'll start to get some momentum to the downside as these reports are released. Now, we did have some good news this week when HUD announced the annual mortgage insurance premiums will be lowered by 30 basis points from 0.85% to 0.55% for most FHA borrowers. Now, this will help FHA borrowers quite a bit. To see how much this will help, let's assume that we have a buyer who makes $125,000 per year and has $1,000 in monthly debt payments, including a car loan and some student loan payments. He's looking at condos with a max price of $625,000. At this price, his total estimated payment, including PITI, MIP, HOA dues, will be about $4,885. However, with the lower MIP, his payment will drop by $150 per month, which is real savings. It also means he can raise his max price by about $20,000 to $645,000 and still have that same payment. Now, this goes into effect for new FHA case numbers issued March 20th or later. Unfortunately, it will not help a buyer who is already in escrow or all hot and heavy to buy a house ASAP. But as we get closer to the March 20th date, it will make sense to wait a few days to pull the case number. Plus, with a little luck, will coincide with some lower interest rates. So if you have any questions or you want to see loan scenarios that are based on the new changes with FHA, then let me know. I'll be happy to put something together for you. Have a great week. I look forward to talking to you next week.